What did I tell you all?
It's just as I expected.
What'd I tell you? Let's not judge it too quick. And here we are. One chapter later, Black Clover. Welcome to Anime Real Talk, and let's get on into it. So this week's chapter of Black Clover, chapter 331, we pick up where we left off from the, well, what was at the time a bad chapter.
Hey, yo, what the?
And it was, in my opinion, saved in a way and has shined new hope onto the future of Black Clover in the final arc of Black Clover, which I will talk about here in a second. But let's just go ahead and get into this and talk about the chapter overall. And let's just go through the moments of the chapter and everything leading up to the end, which, oh, we're saving that for last. Absolutely. So first off, the Yuno stuff, him meeting his mother, and then wanting him to stay in the Spade Kingdom to become, I guess, the king or whatever. It was very interesting, but it did feel kind of like forced because there's not really that much lead up to it. It starts off with Yuno, just starts off like with a minor flashback of Noct telling Yuno that he needs to meet somebody, and then boom, there's his mom. Like, there's no build up, there's no tension, there's not him walking towards where his mom's at. It's just boom, we're there, there's his mom, and all that stuff.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I do feel like the interaction between him and his mother was kind of like cut off in a way fairly quickly because his mom's saying that there's a lot of things they need to discuss, and it's pretty much just cutting it short, saying that I got vows I need to keep, which essentially mainly him and Asta competing for Wizard King, and so he's going back to the Clover Kingdom, obviously. But I feel like there's a lot of missed potential there with him and his mother. I feel like the build up towards it was really missed, and it was not taken advantage of. One of the main gripes I have about Black Clover, and I always will, when it pertains to the chapter length, they're not very long. I feel like if he would have made this a standard chapter length, we could have got more exposition between Yuno and his mother. I just feel like that's a couple missed opportunities there, and it is kind of like a Debbie Downer, because, this is supposed to be a huge moment, especially for Yuno, him and his mother, he's royalty, and making a decision either to become the king of the Spade Kingdom or go back to Clover Kingdom. It's a lot of missed opportunities, it feels like here, and it just feels like that section overall, when it pertains to Yuno and his mother, was very rushed. Maybe it'll get touched on when the manga comes back, I'm not entirely sure. If it doesn't, maybe when the anime comes back, they can add more to it. I don't know. But I just feel like there's a lot left to be desired between that interaction, because once again, it's supposed to be a big moment for Yuno, and it just feels like it's kind of cucked. The Asta and Liebe stuff, once again, I feel like this could have been expanded upon more in terms of how Asta truly feels about seeing it, because we do find out Asta did see the flashback and the memories of his mother through Liebe when we got the flashback. I think it was like 2 chapters ago. And all Asta really says, he just says, I'm glad my mom loved me.
What's up?
Shake!
And how it makes him really happy. And I just feel like, once again, it's supposed to be a big moment for Asta where he witnesses his mother's memories, which I feel like maybe it's too shonen-esque.
Maybe.
But I feel like if it was shown in that moment when the memories were shown of his mother, maybe show Asta witnessing those memories too, and him having like some sort of like moments at least. I feel like that could have been a way better way to execute it, other than it just being skimmed over, and then we just go to like 1 or 2 panels in this chapter, and him saying, yeah, I've seen it, and yeah, it makes me happy.
Wake up!
Once again, it's supposed to be a big moment. It's Asta and Yuno kind of meeting their parents, for Yuno meeting his parents, and Asta knowing that his mom loved him. It just...
Unacceptable!
It really feels like this was just brushed over fairly quickly, and it really wasn't delved into very much. And it kind of sucks, because these could have been 2 big moments if you fleshed them out properly. Could have been very huge blocks of character development for Asta and Yuno, and I just feel like it was kind of not taken advantage of, at least to me. It just doesn't feel like it, and it's kind of a letdown,
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
The whole sections of Yuno and Asta, I just feel like could have been fleshed out a lot more. It could have been like at least given a little bit more exposition, and it could have been used to further their character development, at least for this chapter. This is one of the weaknesses of Black Clover having shorter chapters than usual other mangas. And I just feel like it really hurt it in this chapter when it comes to that aspect. And then the second half of the chapter, the gravy of this chapter, of this chapter, where Black of the Clover Kingdom, we have Damnatio, he's walking, he's thinking, but we also have Julius.
I don't like where this is going.
Julius! He's thinking, he's pondering. Once again, he alludes to the fact that something's not adding up. The flashbacks Julius has about how he's had this feeling before, and how this isn't the first time he's felt it, and leading up to Damnatio showing up in his corridor. In the big Revelation! The revelation!
Really makes you think.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no, the revelation Donatio.
Hell no. To the no, no, no.
Figuring out that Magicula is not one of the supreme devils. She's not one of the OG. She is not the original. She is not an OG at all.
Your thoughts?
What?
She is a replacement. It is then we're given the names of the 3 supreme devils. First, of course, we have Lucifero, aka Satan,
Dog.
who controls gravity magic. Beelzebub, who controls spatial magic. And finally, the last one, Astaroth, of time magic.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Does that sound familiar? Yes. And I really enjoyed like the little split panels in between each panel during this conversation. Donatio is saying, "I'm still unsure, so please tell me I'm wrong."
No.
And then also, the foreboding of Donatio says how he finds it, maybe it's a coincidence.
No.
That to date, at this point in time, there's only been one person ever within humanity who has time magic.
Globally.
Listen. And then the next split. The existence of the devil that's been nesting within our country. But then the one panel, in that big panel of Julius saying, "You're right, it is me."
No. 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 No, no, no.
I really want, listen, there's a lot of ways you can kind of conceive this, because it's hard to conceive certain emotions, certain tones, and one's voice within a manga. They're better fleshed out in a sense within the anime. What I got when I first read this chapter, when I seen that face of Julius, seemed like he was terrified. Maybe that's what it was. And then Julius trying to get up and trying to tell Donatio what to do, like, quickly, we gotta, and it just stops, and we see his grimoire flip around in circles and circles, pages flying, and then Julius reverting back to an adult, poking Donatio in the forehead, giving him the Itachi Uchiha treatment.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Is that not how you wish things were? And we see the cover of the grimoire. It's 2 spades. One spade's right side up, the other spade's upside down and behind the right side up spade. And the cover of the grimoire is black. A drama lack! I told you he will be playing a bigger part. He's going to cause some sort of trouble that's going to encapsulate the kingdoms all in one and right the wrongs last chapter did, and this is a fine start. Oh!
I'm gonna come.
And it's obvious at this point that Adramelech and this devil, Lucius Zogratis, in that final panel of Lucius Zogratis.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind.
No! Listen, this chapter. Was Julius legit Lucius? I don't know, because I feel like Julius, before he became Lucius, I feel like he was trying to, like, stop something from happening, like he just remembered something. So maybe Julius truly is possessed by this Astaroth. But the name change suggests otherwise. I don't know.
I don't know!
Or maybe this is a prime example of what happened in Devilman, how Ryu just remembered he's Satan, and boom, he becomes that person. I don't know. I want to lead towards the side that Joyce is being possessed. I truly do, because I feel like it falls in line with Black Clover and it's consistent with Black Clover. If he really is this devil himself, and he's been tricking everyone,
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
now I know this isn't really the biggest twist, because there have been theories going around of maybe Julius isn't this good guy, but I've never seen the theory saying he was a devil. I don't see that. This chapter was top notch. This week for chapters in Journal of Manga was really good. But this chapter took it, man. Twitter was blowing up. All the Disney freaks were getting shut down left and right, and it was nice to see. And it was nice to know that this wasn't turning into fairy tale. At least not yet. But unfortunately, with a great chapter like this, we have to get met with some very devastating and temporarily sad news. The manga is going to go on 3-month hiatus, and the next arc we walk into will be the final arc.
No, God!
We're in the end game of Black Clover, ladies and gentlemen. And it sucks. Black Clover's been pretty solid. But overall, the chapter pacing I thought was a little too fast, especially near the beginning. I thought it was very rushed between the his mother, and then also talking about his mother. I feel like that was very rushed. And I wasn't the biggest fan on it. There's a lot of unexplored territory within those scenes we could have gotten more out of. Once again, it's just a obvious weakness of a chapter being too short than regular chapters. It really showed this chapter, really. It really did. And then the Julius stuff, Julius, whatever we're going to call him now. Top notch. I'm looking forward to the final arc. I'm looking forward to some stakes finally being raised, to some major characters possibly dying, at least as long as it makes sense. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. Black Clover. It goes off on hiatus on a high note. That's the way you can do it. Chapter overall, though, I would give this chapter, Black Clover 331, the chapter rating of A. I'll give it an A. It was an amazing chapter. The pacing, like I said, too fast, but I feel like it didn't bog it down too much at all. But that's it. Overall, I'm done. What was your favorite part of the chapter? What do you think about Julius and Lucius stuff? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, help support me, and hit the notification button to get updates for whenever I upload videos. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one 3 months from now. Have a nice day.